Nunca perdiste tu enfoque, nunca perdiste tu paciencia y tu alegría, por eso estás aquí y por eso te quedarás. No por mi nombre, ni por mi swing, sino por tu elección de jugar cada día. No puedo esperar verte jugar. Te quiero.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, today is a, wow, I feel old. What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another Major League Baseball recap. It is officially Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Day. He is being called up to the big leagues. The Toronto Blue Jays said, you're ready. Let's go ahead and get these ticket sales. And they're going to sell a bunch of merch. They're going to sell a bunch of tickets. They're about to make a lot of cash off this guy. But it's going to be an amazing series against the Oakland Athletics. And I think the first two pitchers that have faced Vladimir Guerrero Jr., his dad, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the son, is going to be Fernando Rodney and Joakim Soria. I think those are the same guys. Yeah, they faced Vladimir Guerrero, the old, yeah, they did. So it's just so weird to say that Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is officially in the big leagues when I was one of the biggest Vladimir Guerrero fans. Because growing up, my younger brother, you guys have seen him on the channel, he was a big Vladimir Guerrero fan, so it was just one of those things where every time I saw him play, whether it was swinging at a ball in the dirt or just throwing something out from right field, he was amazing. And I think Vladimir Guerrero Jr., his son, is going to be as good of a hitter as his dad. I don't know if he's going to be the overall talent because his dad could get you 40 stolen bases, he could throw you out from right field, he could get you a 330 batting average. His dad was one of the best players of all time. Now, will he live up to that? That's going to be up for you guys to decide in the comment section down below. Also, what I think I'm going to do is for the first time, I'm going to try a feature on the channel. So there might be a poll on this side or this side where you guys can actually vote. I'm going to go ahead and ask you guys a question. Do you think that Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is going to hit 20 or more home runs in 2019? So here it is. I think it's on this side. Hopefully I'm pointing to it. So go vote there so you guys can see what other people have decided as well. We have a bunch of news from yesterday that we have to talk about. But again, I just wanted to make sure that you guys are fully up to date with the Vladimir Guerrero Jr. highlights and debuts. He will be going up against Mike Fiers. Mike Fiers is not the best pitcher in the world, but he's also not the worst, so I think it's going to be a pretty solid matchup, if you ask me. What I want to do is I want to quickly discuss some of the best father-son moments in baseball history, like the best father-son combinations. So there's Vlad and Vlad Jr., there's Dante Bichette and Bo Bichette, even though Bo Bichette's not in the majors yet. There's Ken Sr., Ken Griffey Jr., you guys get it. So we'll talk about that at the very end, so make sure you guys don't go anywhere. Alright guys, so now we are getting into the updates from yesterday. The first game that we have to talk about is the Red Sox game, and one of the reasons why is because there's a little bit of backstory to this. So I know a guy, I follow him on Instagram, his real name is Fuzzy, so I thought that was really cool. We've been talking to each other for about a year now, and I kept seeing this dude that plays for the Red Sox in his photos. I was just thinking, oh cool, he knows a professional baseball player, and now that same professional baseball player from my friend Fuzzy's Instagram is now playing for the Red Sox. His name is Michael Chavez. This dude rakes.
He could steal you 15, 20 bags with his speed. Uh-oh.
There's a high fly ball driven deep to left field, headed for the wall, and that is gone. Right into the light standard area. Chavez with number 2 to put the Red Sox in front 2-0.
Very interesting.
So he has no idea that I'm making this video, but I honestly think it would be a lot of fun if we got Fuzzy on the channel. So it'd be a Fuzzy collab, and then maybe we could get Michael in on the video, and maybe he can do a home run derby against my brother. Maybe that could happen, but I just wanted to shout out Michael Chavez real quick, and also Fuzzy shouting out Fuzzy. I just got a trade request on it. No, this guy wants to trade Eloy Jimenez for Jet Lowry. What? Anyways, I know this video is kind of all over the place. We're talking about Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and then a bunch of other things, but I will be honest, yesterday was a little bit of a slow day considering one of the biggest stories of the day was coming from a player named David Fletcher. No disrespect to David Fletcher, but I don't know where I was going with that without sounding disrespectful, but either way, the Angels had a pretty good game yesterday. David Fletcher had 5 RBIs, so I wanted to go ahead and show his highlights. Attaboy, way to put the team on your back. So usually Mike Trout was doing the carrying. Yeah, David Fletcher said, you know what, Mike Trout, just take the day off. I got you, bro.
Base hit through the left side. Goodwin will score. Being waved around as La Stella. Wade's throw to the plate is not in time. 2 RBI single for David Fletcher, 6-4 Angels.
The Phillies versus the Marlins was an insane game. I actually did not get a chance to see how they scored their first couple runs. All I really saw was the 9th and the 10th inning. The first play that we're going to show is, I'm not going to spoil it just yet, it actually saves the game, but then in the top of the 10th, something else happens. So Nick Williams, Starlin Castro, take it away, guys.
And a line drive base hit to left field.
Williams comes up with it. Around third, heading for almost Rojas. The throw to the plate is... He's out!
Do something with it. And Castro to left field and gone. He doesn't even have to run on that foot that he just fouled one off.
I don't know if the Phillies are just playing flat right now, but between Trevor Richards, Starlin Castro, they have a few other guys on their team. I mean, the Marlins aren't horrible. I don't think they're going to be the worst team in baseball. So we just talked about how the Marlins put up a pretty good fight against the Indians. Now we're going to stick with the Indians because they are going up against the Houston Astros. They swept us last year in the playoffs. It was not a good time. And then, on top of that, they swept us, and then they stole one of our best players from the last 7 years, Michael Brantley, one of my favorite players on the team, and he's raking right now. So I thought it was really cool to see Michael Brantley with his old teammates, but the Indians, they got the last laugh. Also, George Springer hit this baseball to the moon. Yeah, this one is in the black hole that they just discovered. This one's not coming back.
Springer crushes one deep to left field. That left the stadium on top of the train track.
There's a fly ball left field. Back is Brantley on the track at the wall. He's out of room, and it's out of here.
If you guys did not watch the Cincinnati Reds versus the Atlanta Braves, I'm scratching my head because Yasiel Puig did some Yasiel Puig things. He makes mistakes and then he saves those mistakes because he's just so raw talented, and it's a lot of fun. Also, Freddie Freeman, he's really good at baseball.
Man, this guy can really hit. Bobbled by Puig, and here comes Freeman. Here comes a throw, and what?
Conventional attack here as that ball is hammered to deep center. And just like that, the Braves are down a run.
The Diamondbacks versus the Pirates. I'll tell you what, the Diamondbacks offense is pretty underrated in terms of, if you ask anyone who the best offense is in the league, some might say the Dodgers, the Mariners, you have the Brewers, but honestly, the Diamondbacks, they're having a pretty good season between Ketel Marte and Christian Walker. I think Christian Walker's putting up Paul Goldschmidt numbers for the year. He has 7 home runs, 15 RBIs, 3 stolen bases, and a .341 average. I mean, you're pretty much replacing Paul Goldschmidt, which is insane. But on top of that, I did want to show a highlight from another guy that is really good at hitting, but he's not a hitter. We're talking about Zack Greinke. He actually has the most extra base hits in the month of May and April since 1913 as a pitcher. So I wanted to go ahead and show his triple. I think it's a triple. Either way, Zack Greinke can rake. Hashtag pitchers can rake.
Greinke sends Polanco back to the track in right field, and that one's off the wall. Zack Greinke will head for third, and Greinke is in there with a triple.
Alright guys, so the final highlights that I want to show is the Mariners versus the Rangers. I'm not going to say anything about it because there was a lot of offense. Anytime that you see Seattle going up against Texas, just expect to bet the over. There's always going to be a ton of runs scored. Yeah, Ryan Healy did his job. Domingo Santana. Whew. The Mariners offense, yeah, I know I just talked about the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers, but the Mariners offense, I do not want to face them.
3-1 to Healy. Ripped down the line. A lot of people running here. Santana scores. That's going to work. 2 more RBIs. Pretty well smoked center field. Deep, going back and gone.
Alright guys, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and talk about the best father-son combinations in baseball history. But before we do that, if I missed any highlights from yesterday, I'm going to go ahead and show them right now.
And another slow roller. That is a fair ball. Barehanded this time. And a pair about
60 innings without a run.
Deep to left. Trouble. Shuck back. Oh! J.B. Shuck! What a play! J.B. Shuck!
So if there was any highlights, I hope that you guys did enjoy them. If not, awkward transition into the next story. Cool. There's just been so much talk of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. that obviously you have to make the comparisons because his dad is a Hall of Famer, and there's other sons that have played baseball that were either better than their dad or they didn't amount to what their dad did. For example, I'm not trying to throw shade at anyone, but when I played Little League and when I played club baseball, I went up against Greg Maddox's son. I raked off him. I hit a couple home runs, and now he's playing college baseball, and I'm talking about baseball, so who really won? I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and just talk about some of the best father-son combinations. The first one I have to say is Bobby Bonds and Barry Bonds. I think we all kind of know who won in that household, but Bobby Bonds is pretty good as well. We have Ken Griffey Sr. and Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey Sr. was a really good ball player, but when you have one of the greatest players of all time as your son, that's pretty cool. Honestly, I have a question for you. Would you rather be Ken Griffey Jr. or would you rather be Ken Griffey Sr.? Because honestly, I don't really like doing things for myself. I'm a very, you guys go do it. So I think I'd rather watch my son become the greatest as opposed to becoming the greatest so I can see it. And it would, I just think that would be really cool. What do you guys think? We have Felipe and Moises Alou, and then kind of the most recent one, we saw Prince Fielder. If you guys did not know, his dad, Cecil Fielder. If you thought Prince Fielder could hit the baseball pretty far, yeah, Cecil, his dad, ooh, he was absolutely unreal. And also, do not forget to let me know, do you think Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is going to be a Hall of Famer? Do you think he's going to be better than his dad? Do you think that he's going to be kind of on the same playing field? Because they're almost two different players. Really, honestly, if you think about it, two completely different players. I think his dad just had more tools because he had the speed and the defense to go along with the hitting. Whereas Vlad Jr., he has the defense kind of, I would give it like a 6 out of 10. His offense is a 10 out of 10, so I don't know. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Mike Fiers, you better watch out, buddy. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is making his debut. Thank you all so much for watching. We're almost to 91,000 subs. This is just insane. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.